BBC News at the Vatican.
Well, let's turn to China because Beijing has defended its handing of its COVID outbreak after President Biden and the World Health Organization said Beijing was underreporting virus deaths. Its foreign ministry spokesman said the country had transparently and quickly shared COVID data with the WHO and said China's epidemic situation is controllable. Germany and Sweden have become the latest European countries to require negative tests for those arriving from China. Well, let's talk to our China media analyst, Kerry Allen. And Kerry, let's start by talking about what is actually going on in a number of Chinese hospitals. What sort of picture are you seeing?
Well, it's very much a continuation of what we've been seeing in recent weeks, which is that in many major cities across China, the medical sector is overstrained. There are huge queues at fever clinics. We're hearing of hundreds of people coming, new patients every day. And there have been reports of a higher number of deaths among the elderly than in previous years. But it's difficult to know whether these are COVID related, because now that the official National Health Commission is no longer showing statistics, it's unclear whether there have been deaths. I mean, the official toll in recent weeks has only been 22. And now China only classes a COVID death as somebody who's died of either pneumonia or respiratory failure.
Now, there have been celebrity deaths. How much focus is that getting?
Well, that's been a big focus because in the last couple of weeks, yes, there have been a number of celebrity deaths, particularly in the cultural and entertainment industry. So one death in particular that's really shocked a lot of people in China is a 40-year-old opera singer called Chu Lanlan. There have also been deaths of other people in their 80s, a scriptwriter who's known for his work on Raise the Red Lantern, a film from the 1990s, a journalist as well, a renowned journalist. So there have been a large number of deaths. I have to say as well, though, that these are people who are in their 80s, and there is a recognition in China that this is a large demographic and that elderly deaths are common this time of year. But on social media platforms like Sina Weibo, which is China's equivalent of Facebook or Twitter, yes, very much discussion about whether these might have been related to COVID, and particularly with the health sector being just absolutely worked to the limit.
A final question about vaccinations. We've seen what's going on in the last 24 hours in Hong Kong. What are Beijing saying about the whole vaccination campaign, both the numbers that have passed through and, of course, the type of vaccine that they've actually used?
Well, again, it's still very much a reiteration of what China's been reporting in recent weeks. So they have been saying that China has vaccinated people very, very quickly. I mean, it has been the case for over a year now that China said that its official statistics for people who've had more than 2 jabs is over 80%. And there's now a focus on vaccinating the elderly, making sure that they have a second booster. A second booster was only approved in recent weeks. And yes, there is an emphasis that it's not just needle vaccines now that people can get, but also nasal sprays and inhalers. So there is a stress that vulnerable communities who can't have a needle injection, there are other options for them as well.
Kerry, we will leave it there. Thanks very much for bringing us those latest lines. Thank you.